All right. I need people to get on. So since nobody's come on yet to ask any questions, they'll get here soon. I don't know how there's people liking this, but they're not on. Oh, there we go. So far, looks like the Dodgers are not doing BP today. They're not out here. Pitchers are out here throwing, and that's it. Other than that, there are no, God, this lighting is so terrible. Other than that, let's jump into this. Favorite player while growing up was, mine was Shawn Green. I don't know why, I just always liked him. He's actually like my all-time favorite Dodger player. And I'm trying to pull this up on my end. I've always liked him. My favorite player as of now would be Corey Seager. Walker Buehler's getting really close up there. So right now it's Corey Seager. Walker Buehler's not too far behind him. And then, there we go. Other than that, it is, yeah, probably them, Corey Seager. I did not see Hill throw. He was done by the time I got here, but he did, he had a simulated game and he threw off he threw on the bullpen too. So things are sounding good. He will be back, I'm thinking in less than 10 days. Because they said he will pitch another bullpen and then we'll be pitching why are the comments not, oh, there they are. And then they said he'll be doing a rehab game in about 5 or 6 days. So Julio Urias is pitching tonight. Excited for him. He's always a lot of fun to watch. And the funniest Dodger, that's gonna have to be Kike. It's always Kike. I think when Puig was here, he gave like him a run for his money, but I feel like Kike's just a freaking like goofball. Yes, I will be here tomorrow. I don't know when I will be missing my first game, to be honest, but I'll be here tomorrow for sure. Who's the best relief pitcher on the Dodgers? If we're talking about any of them in the bullpen, it's Kenley Jansen. If we're talking about a setup man or just a relief pitcher, not necessarily a closer, it's got to be Dylan Floro. Guy has pitched already 7 innings this year. He hasn't given up a run. He's been great since he came to the Dodgers. In my opinion, that's who I'd want to see as our setup man in front of Kenley. He came in the other night after Ryu got hurt and pitched 10, got 10 outs and didn't give up anything. So that's just incredible getting that from your relief pitchers. Thoughts on Jock? I think what we're seeing right now, that's Jock. He's a very streaky hitter. You'll see him go on a tear for 5, 6 games. Yes, Russell Martin does have the best ERA, you're right. But I think Jock is just a streaky hitter. He's gonna have games 4 or 5. He's gonna come out, hit a couple home runs, hit laser line drives, base hits, doubles, and then he's gonna struggle a lot for 6, 7, 8 games, and then he'll turn it around like he did in St. Louis the last 2 games. So that's just Jock. He reminds me a lot about Grandal. So that's just kind of where I am with him. I think that's how I think it'll be. He'll always be that way. So that's why he's not a full-time player. And he just can't hit lefties. Any plans to come to Atlanta? As of now, no. All of the NL stadiums are actually kind of lower on my list because the Dodgers go there every year. So I try to go to all the American League ones whenever the Dodgers go there. But I don't think I have any plans to go anywhere near Atlanta this year. Eventually it'll happen because I have to go to all of them, and I've heard that place is great. So part of me was thinking if we met them again in the playoffs, maybe I'd fly out there for a playoff game. So if I do, I'll let you guys know. Yes, the Dodgers could definitely use a sweep of their own after last night. I 100%, or after this last series, I 100% agree. Brewers, I believe, got swept by the Angels coming into this, so it's going to be 2 very hungry teams not wanting to be swept or go on a losing streak. When will Turner get his first home run? It's weird to me that he hasn't, but I have a feeling it's going to come this homestand. He didn't really look good until he went to Colorado, and since then he's been hitting the ball really well, and he just seems to always do really well at Dodger Stadium. So I'm thinking we'll see a home run from him. Maybe even 2 this series, but I think we'll see at least 1. They're playing the Brewers tonight. And yes, I agree. Hopefully we win tonight. And as for Craig Kimbrell, I've wanted him on the team for quite some time. Do I think we need him? No, because I think our team is very good. And I think a lot of the problems with the bullpen are going to be solved once we get Stripling and Urias in the bullpen. Because if you can get Stripling and Urias in the bullpen, they can pitch a couple innings instead of just your normal 1 inning. I would be totally fine though and happy if the Dodgers sign Kimbrell. I just don't think it's going to happen. Thoughts on Gale coming up? He's not very good, as you can tell. Hi, Jay. But the thing is the only other options would have been Kyber Ruiz or Will Smith, which, yes, they're better, but they struggled a lot against AAA pitching last year and during spring training. He really, really struggled. Both of them did against hitting, and you don't want to mess up their development by calling them up too early. And it sounds like Martin's back spasms isn't serious, so I don't think they want to risk bringing a young guy up this early into the season when he still has quite a few things to work on. So I think it makes sense. I'm not a fan of it because he's not good, in my opinion. But I think it's what's best for the team overall. Any thoughts on all the injuries? Isn't it just a Dodger thing? Isn't this happen every year? It's like whoever puts on a Dodger uniform comes in and gets hurt, no matter the team they came from. I don't know why, but that's just how it seems to be. Dodgers always have a lot of injuries, and that's what's so crazy about the depth here, is they always figure it out. So we've lost Kershaw, Ryu, Hill. Those are 3 1 or 2, like number 1 or number 2 pitchers in a lot of other organizations, and we've lost them and it hasn't stopped us one bit. So I don't stress over them. They suck when they're long term. I don't stress over them when they are what they've been right now. I kind of wanted Kershaw to miss the first month, to be honest with you, because I don't want him to get hurt again. How to get a player's autograph is tough. It's all about luck and being in the right place at the right time. Your best way to do it is spring training. If you can't afford to get to spring training, your only other guarantee is FanFest or a paid autograph signing. And even those are sometimes kind of expensive. So they don't really do autographs at Dodger Stadium. They will, but you have to sit in the very expensive seats because you can't go down there and it's right next to the dugout. But spring training and FanFest are paid. Paid is the way to do it. I agree, Yimmy needs to go, but we'll see what happens with that. No, I don't think I'll ever work for the Dodgers. I don't want to work for the Dodgers. My fear of working for the team is censorship. I won't be allowed to say whatever I want. I wouldn't be allowed to do these vlogs anymore. I wouldn't be able to be a fan. So I could be a fan, but I wouldn't be able to be the type of fan I am now because I would have to represent the team professionally, and I don't want to do that. I love the team too much, and I love being a fan too much that I don't ever want to have to give that up. I did reach out to them though about like possible YouTube stuff, and that has to go through MLB because they own all the copyrights, so that's all a pain. The pitching, how much of the pitching struggles do I think should be the pitching coaches be accountable for? I don't think they should be accountable for too much. And I only say that because all the guys out here are capable of doing better. They're just not. It seems like they've had a really hard time finding their command to start the season. So once they do, I think it's going to change. And we've seen, I know a lot of people are down on pitching. However, I looked into bullpen stats yesterday, and I think a lot of you would be surprised. The Dodgers have had the top 10 bullpen in baseball for the last 3 seasons. In 2016, their bullpen was number 1 in ERA. So our pitching is not nearly as bad as I think a lot of people think it is. But it definitely needs to get better if we plan on winning a World Series. This is not going to cut it. It's already hurting us in the regular season. It'll get us destroyed in the playoffs. I expect high things from Kershaw, but I don't expect what I think a lot of fans expect. He's still very, very good when he goes out there, don't get me wrong. But he's not the same dominant all-star pitcher. He's still all-star caliber, but he's not the same guy. I still expect him to have probably around a low 3-something ERA. I still expect him to get strikeouts. We've seen him give up more and more home runs every year. The biggest thing is his velocity has had a huge drop off on his fastball. Right now he's hitting 88, a lot of times 91 through 92, which is a big fall off because I think he used to be 94, 95, somewhere around there, even 93. But I still do expect him to be a big part of this team. He's going to be good no matter what. It's just about how long he can go in a game until it just becomes too much. Unfortunately, I just don't know how much length we're going to get from Kershaw. Any more details on the Russell Martin injury? No, all I heard is that it was back spasms and that they don't expect it. It doesn't sound serious at all. So I really think they just don't want to risk it this early in the season. Part of me thinks if it was the playoffs or in a playoff run, they would just do their thing. Oh my God, hang on, it's my friend. Hey! Wait, I'll catch you in a few minutes. But back spasms, I don't think it'll be serious. So let's hope he's back soon because him and Martin have been a great team together. They're both hitting really, really well. I'm actually very surprised about how Martin's doing. Any major concerns about Kelly's struggles? And also, do you feel Verdugo deserves more playing time? I'm not too concerned about Kelly's struggles only because his stuff is still filthy. His problem is his command. He has a very hard time finding his command. And I think that will, I think that has to turn around at some point. It can't be that way forever. He was like this in Boston. He actually almost didn't make the Boston playoff roster. He had a terrible ERA. I think it was around 5. The fans booed him off the mound, everything. But then when he saw what he did in October, he was the best pitcher in October. He was dominant as hell. So in my mind, get us to the playoffs. And if he does that again, not one fan is ever going to care what he did in the regular season again if he pitches like the way he did last year. But I expect him to turn it around. Whoa, there's a lot of questions. Yes, I'm very happy that they're out of St. Louis. I hate the Cardinals. They're right behind the Giants for me. I hope we sweep them when we come here because I can't stand that team. Will Grandal drop a ball tonight? Probably not because it's against the Dodgers, and anytime an old player comes here or we play them, they do very good. So he probably won't drop a ball tonight. Apparently he's actually hitting really well, so there's that. I don't want the Dodgers to go after Dallas Keuchel. I don't want to get into this long conversation either. Everyone's free to their opinion, but I don't like that idea. Our pitchers are better, and I'm going to stick with that one. Should we get new pitching coaches? Nope. We've got Rick Honeycutt, one of the best in the business. I don't think this is on the pitching coaches. If anything, this falls on the front office for not getting better options. But I do believe that we have very good pitchers. Like I said, our bullpen has been in the top 10 for the last 3 years. Last year, the Dodgers starting pitcher, or pitching in general, bullpen and starters, I believe, they were the second best team in baseball, ERA-wise, I should say. So, no, I don't think the pitching coaches need to go anywhere. I don't really think this is on them right now. I'm wearing Bellinger's jersey. It's the blue one. This lighting sucks because I can't adjust it, but it's the Bellinger with the white numbers on the back. It's actually from that company, affordablejerseys.com. So if you guys buy something from them, it's cheaper than MLB. They're real jerseys. I wouldn't wear them, and I wouldn't tell you guys if they weren't. And if you use Dodgers Randy, you'll save money on the jersey too. How much is a World Series ticket? It depends. 2017, I paid $1,000. Last year, they were around $400 or $500 because it was the second year the Dodgers made it there. So if they make it again this year, there's a very good chance they'll be $400, $500, $600 and nowhere near as expensive as 2017. No, I think the team is set. I think Heinkel, I think we are going to be okay, but they need to come back from health. So look, really quickly, Dennis Santana signing. I can't adjust the lighting, sorry, but Dennis Santana was just down there and either took a picture or signed really quick, but it's very rare that they do that. He takes pictures, so if you want a picture, it's much easier to ask a player for a picture than it is to sign. That gets them to stop a lot more. But no, I don't think we need to pick up a player. Once we get Martin back, and once we get back 2 out of 3 of our starting pitchers who are out, we're gonna be in very good shape. When we get all 3 of them back, we're gonna kick some ass, so I'm not worried there. Do you think the platoon will take away awards from players? The platoon could absolutely take players away from awards. However, the thing about the platoon is they only platoon players who need to be platooned. Last year, Bellinger was not platooned until I think it was August, because he couldn't hit left-handed pitching. We did not start getting into first place until guys were platooned. The reason why they platoon is because they want the best possible guys in the lineups against those specific pitching matchups. So if one player hits 500 against this type of pitcher and the other player hits 200, you're going to platoon the player for the 500 hitter because you want the best option out there every day. That's all the platoon is. Roberts is trying to give them the best of their ability out on the plate at all times. I don't think you can go any way around that. I don't think the platoon hurts the team at all. No, I don't care. Brewers aren't winning. Go away. You can talk, but don't talk about the Brewers and say they're going to win here. Yes, hopefully this is the series we turn it around. We need to. And yes, parking is outrageous here. It's probably one of the worst in baseball. Unfortunately, that's why I don't park in the stadium. You should try taking the Metro bus from Union Station. They have their own lanes, up, down, super fast. Hello. But I don't like to park in the stadium because it's terrible. The Dodgers, I guarantee you, aren't going to look for a starter. They might look for bullpen, but it would be, I think, a trade later during the season. If they see that the relief pitchers we have now can't turn it around, then I absolutely see them trading at the deadline. Predictions for the Brewers versus Dodgers series, I think we're going to take 2 out of 3. I don't think we'll sweep them. They're a very, very good team. But I think we will take 2 out of 3 from them, hopefully. I don't want to see a losing series. Actually, they did say for Dennis Santana, whether or not he has a chance to pitch tomorrow, they did say today that tomorrow might be a bullpen game, and if it is, Dennis Santana will be a part of that. And on top of that, that's if he doesn't throw in relief pitchers tonight. So if he doesn't have to throw in relief tonight, I see him very much so being in the game tomorrow starting, and I really like him, so I hope he gets the chance. No, I don't have a flexible job. I actually don't work right now. I'm in the process of working or finding a job that allows me to do this stuff. I have a financial situation that I am very lucky for. My dad passed away last year, and he left me some money, and he's the one that got me into baseball. So I decided I was going to take the year off and travel and go to all these games because it's something he loved that I always told him about, and I'm gonna try and get a job doing this stuff. So I'm working on some things, but no, I don't have a job right now. That's how I'm able to do all of this. I did Uber last year. That's how I went to so many last year. Yes, the Dodgers will make the playoffs. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs. There's no doubt. Usually they always suck in April, so this isn't a big deal. Sorry, Christopher. Hope you can get to the stadium soon. No, I don't think the Dodgers will trade for Chris Davis. Isn't he a DH? I don't even know if he plays a position all that well. I don't think they're going to trade for any hitters. We don't need hitters. I think we kind of... thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think that is how they're going to go after any hitting. We saw them tear it up the first week. I don't think this is going to change at all. I think we'll be back in the World Series too, and I'm also feeling very, very good about this. Puig, I think, is going to get a very mixed reaction. When Matt Kemp came back, his first at-bat, he got a standing ovation. However, his second at-bat, he got booed very, very loudly because of his the way he left the team. It just wasn't a very good look. and I have a feeling that Puig is going to get a little bit of the same. I really think that Puig is going to get booed and also cheered. I think it just depends on the fan. A lot of people, like myself, aren't happy with the comments he's made about the Dodgers since going to the Reds. I won't boo him, but I'm not going to cheer for him. But I do think it's going to be a very mixed reaction. It'll be interesting. I think Grandal will get booed tonight, though. And that's just because he was never really a very nice, just wasn't very nice to fans. It's not because of what he did. He was a great player, so. You know, Jacob, to be honest with you, I wish I could tell you who they would trade for, but I honestly don't know. I don't pay enough attention to other teams to be able to give you an answer, so I don't want to guess and give you incorrect information. So there's a lot of questions. I actually am gonna have to stop this live stream any minute because I have to get ready because they're gonna start letting the regular fans in. So please, no more questions, and I'll answer whatever's left here just because I have to go. Sorry, guys. No, the Dodgers did not cut Jansen. They haven't gotten into any save situations, unfortunately. So it sucks, but hopefully we see him a couple times this weekend. It would be really, really awesome. Rich Hill should be back in about 10 to 12 days would be my guess. He should be pitching in a rehab game in 5 or 6 days. So if they only have him do 1 rehab game, he should be back after that. I don't think there's any way the Mariners make the World Series. They're very hot right now, but teams like that aren't very stacked deeply, teams like the Padres, they start off really well. But no, I don't think it'll be the Mariners. I could see it being the Yankees. Right now, I do see a Dodgers-Yankees or Dodgers-Astros. So either way, that's going to be very, very intense. Let's see. Okay, last question I'll answer since I know this was one a lot of people care about, especially people who are visiting. The best parking and transit tip I have to avoid the stadium traffic is to not park at the stadium. Go to Union Station, whether you Uber there, whatever you do. If you park at the station, it's $8 for 24 hours. The parking garage is open 24/7. There is a bus that will pick you up at Union Station and drive you to the stadium, up the hill in the stadium, and drop you off in center field or drop you off at top deck. That's the best way to do it because when the game is over, the bus has its own lane that they can cruise out of here way quicker than normal cars can. So I would always suggest that method over paying. It starts, I think, 2 hours before first pitch. The Dodgers open the stadium 2 hours before first pitch for non-season ticket holders. And this is for non-season ticket holders, it's 2 hours. So I would check out that. But if you have any questions, anyone on here, feel free to message me on Twitter or Instagram at Dodgers_Randy, and I can answer your questions. Much easier on here. But yes, I highly suggest looking at Union Station, taking the Metro bus. It's what I would do if I didn't walk up the hill. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed talking to you guys. And go Dodgers, and let's kick some Brewer ass tonight. All right, guys. Bye. Hi. Oh, is that Stella? Hi, Stella. I have to go now, though, but I hope to see you here soon. All right. Bye, guys.